Alright. We got ourselves the online god down here. Sidestorm Gaming's Maxpax. The man who used to be preyed on by his opponent here. He used to get dominated by him when they were playing in all the weekly cups in 2020. Onside Gaming Solar was making mincemeat out of him. Often it looked like Maxpax had slightly tighter early game, but Solar always would catch him off guard and just overwhelm him with those big mid-game attacks. But the story's changed. Maxpax has won their last 3 series. Solar is still ahead. I think it was 11 wins for him, 9 series for Maxpax. Something like that. It was very close. I think it was a 55% win rate in series for Solar. So he's still ahead, but having lost the last 3 to Maxpax, it's definitely one where I think in the current patch version, I actually feel like Maxpax has adapted very well. Solar, I don't know if I can criticize him for not adapting as well, but definitely having his queen walks taken away from him has hurt him as a player. And I really feel that he needs to do it more. Now, what do you mean? Well, you can't do it. It's not good. Queens can't transfuse off creep. The thing is, Protoss players aren't making Void Rays. They're defending with like 2 oracles. And the thing is, you can walk like 2 queens across the map and kill them. You can go kill them. If they've only got 2 oracles, 2-3 queens will beat that. So the thing is, you can actually queen walk still. And I think it's an unexplored area of the matchup. Zerg players making it look like a normal game, and then bam, 3 queens walk across. Now, obviously, there are some bigger maps where it's a bit harder, like Cosmic Sapphire, but here on Moondance, you get your creep out to like here, just as part of a normal game, and then from your queen to walk from there up here, it's not that far, right? It's really not that far. It won't take that long. So I actually think it's something people should be probably looking at a little bit more and seeing if they can pull it out. No, for now anyway, talking about this game, Maxpax has blocked the third. Forcing Solar to take the third base. He's got Adepts coming across the map. Double Chrono as well. So a very aggressive opening. Now that means he won't have nearly as many probes. So he has to either force a bunch of Zerglings out, which of course you can see Solar's doing, or, play it a different way. Okay, gets in there, but Shade's back a bit too early. A little bit too cautious for Maxpax. Solar's not moving his queen over. This is really sloppy for Solar. That queen just chilling. I don't know what Solar's doing. Does he not have her on a control group? He doesn't. That's really... I don't know why Solar does not have her in position. There we go. Finally moves that queen over. Okay, here we go. The Adepts are going to get some stuff, but no focus fire for Maxpax. He damages a few links, kills nothing. Oh, the Adepts are going to dive the main as well. Oh my god. Really bad micro by Maxpax, guys. We are playing Central US, but still... I mean, both players have lag here. It should favor the European ever so slightly. Oh, we could have killed that creep tumor. Very brave of Solar to put that down. At the end of the day, it's not too bad, but I do feel he was looking for more. I mean, on this build, on this map, you've also sent the probe across to force the third to be placed out there. It's an awkward situation. Oracle comes in, misses a drone going right past it. Could have been a free kill. The main doesn't actually have a spore in it. Unfortunately for Maxpax, he goes for the third. Luckily for him, the queens were a bit too far to the right side. Solar's vision is not great right now. You can see, like, he doesn't have an Overlord on the left at all, and this Overlord is really close into the base. It could be way further out. Maybe worried about a Void Ray hitting the field. For now, it feels like Maxpax, I think, is fine, because he only lost 1 Adept. He got the other one home. You get the third up basically for free on this map. Even though it's only got 6 mineral patches, it's still very, very good to have that base up so early. And drones popping out just seconds before the spore finishes, but even popping out just seconds before does spell doom and disaster. But Solar very quickly pulls those 2 drones away. The Oracles are like, hey, wait, what? No spore in the main, you greedy lad. 9 drone kills. Solar playing 6 queens, playing very low on the spores, and he's getting punished for it right now. He's got 2 spores up at this stage, but no Evo chamber yet, which I think he's going to go that Evo any moment now, surely. It's a bit late for it, though. It's either that or start a lair right now and go for the, I don't know, muters with no upgrades, but it's an old school style. I don't expect him to play versus the European Blinkstalkers. Evo chamber is coming on up at the front there. Bit of an exposed spot, but fair enough. And we've got the Forge, the Twilight over here, and going to 4 gateways. So 4 gate blink +1 is most likely the case. He could go charge and drop a Robo as well. That's been a bit more popular recently. And look at that. Oh, Adept's getting back into the wall off. Okay, Oracle's in the top right as well. +1 melee does start up for Solar. Solar's back to a respectable work account of dead even with the Protoss. He's going to start that 4th base at 5 minutes 30. You can tell when the Zergs had a really good early game, they often get that down at 4:50. Oracles dive and survive. Very well done. He gets 2 drones. I mean, Don't get me wrong, 2 drones is not important. It's the fact that the Oracles didn't die when Solar had the Queens closing in and sandwiching it. He kept the other Oracle at home. He's going to see a lot of Lings coming through the middle of the map. I wouldn't have minded a Revelation on that. And he's going to see Creep Tumors spreading out and a 4th base. So Maxpax is like, okay, let's kill a Creep Tumor at least. Maybe I can grab a drone. But decides to just go for the Revelation. And he sees a Baneling nest going up. Not sure if he actually clicked on it though. Overlord flies in the back, sees the 3rd is full up on 4 gases as well. And that 4th base out the front. Yeah, very fast 4th base. This is a real nice build order. 5 gates, another gas going down. Are we going to see Stalker Storm? Solar smashed Geralt when he did Stalker Storm earlier. But that was incredibly passive double Forge play. This is single Forge. It's a little bit more fluid. You can get the Storm up quicker and then transition onwards from there quicker. The Adepts get surrounded on the right. One of them shades in, but that is shut down. And Oracles fly in. I always talk about this base being undefended. Whenever it finishes, almost every Zerg for the last 3 months has had 10 drones on that base, no Spore Crawler, no Queens. Solar has learnt his lesson, where a lot of other Zergs are still making that mistake every game. The Protoss players have been hunting those drones every game for months and reliably getting at least 5 worker kills every time. And finally, Solar, the bloody cutting edge of Zerg play, says, if they keep punching you in the face, you should at some point block them from doing that. And we're like, my God, next level strategist. It's I wish I was joking. Lings coming in, they kill a random Stalker there. Cannon's going to go down. A few more Stalkers will be warping in. +2's on the way. Templar Archive's just finished. And how many gateways are we up to? 6 gates. 7th one coming up right now. Storm does start. So yeah, Stalker Storm. Very good style at defending Hydra Bane, but you got to get up enough High Templar for it, is part of the deal. Also, Hydra's killing these gateways would reduce his production a fair bit. He's on 9 gateways right now, building 4 probes at a time, but he's actually fully saturated already, so definitely a bit of an odd choice. And here we go, High Templar over there. Got to make sure those don't get surrounded and killed, mate. Warps in a few Zealots to protect them. Doesn't actually have charge yet. I like the clearing creep. That's doing something to help for sure. Solar, 82 drones. And when he plays Hydra Bane, usually he plays it, it's kind of his new modern brick to the face maneuver. I'm going to make a lot of Hydra Bane. I'm just going to roll it in and try to smash you. The Lings are kind of hiding. Is he just going to roll? Oh, he's looking for the cancel. Look at that. He knew the 5th would be going down around right now. Hides the Lings so the Oracles don't see it coming across. And that's an easy cancel. Doesn't even get the cancel. Maxpax leaving it too late. Oh, that's rough. And Solar just sends 1 Ling back. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, Solar's all over him, man. Oh, look at that. He sets off all the stasis traps. Oh, Maxpax is in trouble right now. All of his Oracle energy's getting set off. Oh, very well done. Great moves here. The Oracles he knows can't help in combat here. It's all about the Psystorm, but he's got 6 High Templar, each with a Psystorm to their name. Give him about a minute. Some of them will have a second Storm. The Hydras don't have movement. They've got grooved spines, though, to go with their smooth brains. Zealots in the top right thinking about doing a run by. He's making some Archons to add a little bit more tankiness to this army. Archons and Zealots going to be really good once the Banelings are gone. But right now there's 39 Banes plus 18. Oh my God, almost 60 Banelings. Oh God, that's a lot of units. The Stalkers trying to run back. Psystorms. Oh my God, just 2 Banelings. 2 Banelings kill every single High Templar. Oh my Lord, I had a mole trap moment there. Literally just the highest pitch voice ever because we just saw so many High Templar go down. That's a disaster for Maxpax, man. Does drop the Storms to clear it up, but actually, supply's okay. And he kept his Oracles alive. If he can rebuild his High Templar right now, he might be already. His Zealots on the left and the right coming in. They're not going to find any serious damage, but he only lost 9 probes and he's got his 5th base up. If he can defend the next wave, he's good. That's a big if, though, man. Stalker runs out, gets itself killed. Where's his High Templar? He's warping him in. He's going to keep sending Zealots to run by. That's a good idea. He's got to buy time to get up more cannons, more batteries. Like, if I was Maxpax, I'd be building cannon, battery, cannon. He's trying to build this stuff, but he needs to get up front with his Stalkers. And without any more Storms ready, I think he's just going to get overwhelmed here. There's not that many Banelings yet, but there's 31 morphing just behind us. Those Zealots need to get in there. Having to use Storm just on 4 or 5 Banelings. I mean, this just shows you the damage output of the Stalkers is not very good. If he has a few Archons or something, it would work out, but the Stalkers aren't getting pushed back right now. Big Storms coming in! Oh, the Banelings. I don't know how they still get so deep. Walking through Storm and Stalkers. The Stalkers' attack speed not that fast. Zealots are going to get on the base, but he's got to defend this work line. Another Storm comes down. The Stalkers working kind of as like little force fields here, trying to buy time. The Oracles The Archon doing what they can. Battery overcharge really working out. And somehow he only loses 3 probes. He's killed 13 drones. What the heck? And they're dead even in supply. Maxpax. This is the modern version of Maxpax. He used to die to these attacks all the time. Lately, he's just been so good against it. I think now the supplies are even. He can defend with just Zealot Stalker because there's no more mass baneling. It's still looking pretty desperate for Solar. He's got a schlong of creep right down the middle of the map that is going to allow him to push his territory up into the Protosses and get like a head start on this. But yeah, I think breaking these gateways for free with the Hydras while you wait for more Ling Bane, definitely a good way to do it. He should try to split his damage up though across all of the gateways and break them all at once. That Stalk... No way. Is that Stalker going to get back? Banelings! Banelings rolling in. Cannons trying to defend. These probes are gone, man. Oh, good Zealot warp in. Oh! Loses a few of them. One Baneling gets in there. Gets 9 probes. Not too bad. He's still got 80 left. I think some more Zealots just got cleaned up as well. We haven't seen a Warp Prism yet, and that's because there's no Robo. Part of what makes these styles so efficient is you're just using Twilight tech. So it's Twilight and Stargate. It's just Oracles, Zealots, Stalkers, High Templar, Archons. You don't need to invest in that extra tech tree, and it allows you to match the Zerg's army a little bit better. A couple of Banelings do blow up on those Zealots. Still, I think that's fine for Maxpax. As long as it's only 2 or 3 Zealots getting hit, you're alright. The probes need to get out of there, and they will mostly escape. Okay, Storm lands on some of the High Templar and some of the Banelings. Oh, the probes didn't run though. That's a bit of a bummer. One of the High Templar goes down. The Zealots doing their counterattack damage. Feels like Solar's losing, starting to get damage, whereas Maxpax is losing his way. He's built a 4 pylon, 3 gateway wall in the middle. A few cannons and batteries spread across there would be huge. This base is actually a little open. Yes, it's got 3 cannons, but he needs more units, and he needs them fast. Maxpax floating a little bit of money. He's going to need a 6th base in the next few minutes if he wants to keep pace with this. I think Solar's happy with the rate at which he's trading because he's keeping him off mining this. And that's a disaster for Maxpax. Another 4 probes go down. Maxpax needs this base up and mining healthily this whole time. Storms come in. First one's very good. With the battery overcharge Archons, that's something you cannot engage into unless you can get rid of the battery. But that was great positioning. That battery is just absolutely flawless. Buys him a bit of time. He's got to get on this gas mining, does Maxpax. He's reprobing. He's adding plasma shields now that he's got +3 attack. And I'd like to see more High Templar scattered throughout, as well as now he's got 5 Archons. Yeah, I like this move forward. That's a very good move forward for him. And, oh, Storm on the left would be huge. Oh, another Storm. Very good. Just morph them all into Archons at this point. Does lose some Archons, but he takes out a lot of Banelings, and he does it on his terms, so the Banelings aren't hitting his workers. That's the sort of trade he's very happy about. 6,000 resources ahead in the units lost. I don't think these Zealot trades themselves are that good. It's more of a like, hey, I'm just going to push you back and buy myself a little bit of room. Man, this creep is so far forward. It's actually just so annoying. He's already cleared it on the left. He's got to get rid of these tumors as well. And yeah, dude, I don't know if he can counter push. He's trying to do like a Zealot Archon counter push. It's a crazy move. The Hydras try to get that Archon, but a few of them will go down there and trying to catch some of these Banelings. I don't think Maxpax can kill him. He doesn't have any High Templar gathering energy behind this, which is a very big problem. Is he actually just going to swing in? I mean, he's got more army supply. Maybe he can do it. Archon's a very good Versaling Bane. There's a decent Hydra count that's scary, though. The Banelings can clear all the Zealots. The Hydras, are there enough? No, there aren't. There aren't enough units. Maxpax, what game sense to know that he had the numbers here? I really thought there might be another 10, 15 Hydras coming out, and he just gets wiped. But he says, no, I've got the numbers. We don't need more Storm. Archon Zealot counterattack, +3. We've weathered the storm, and now it's time to win the game. All right, guys, let's go. We got Maxpax with a very nice game 1. Man, eliminating Dark and now finding himself in the grand finals versus Solar. Good on him. Comes over here and blocks Solar's base. I mean, not just in the grand finals, but up a game in the grand finals is what I meant to say there. The 3rd hatchery goes down for Solar. Rapid onside and looking fantastic, man. He had a crazy match on Stargazers versus Bunny yesterday in the GSL. Go check that one out if you didn't already. Wish I could get my hands on those GSL replays, and then I would cast the heck out of them. Alright, we've got the probe just dancing around being annoying. I like that Solar respects it. Says, I'm not going to let you mess up my mining. No. I think if he wasn't playing on Central US, he might not bother. But I think when he's playing cross-server, he's like, it's too hard to micro to keep your drones on the minerals because of the delay. So it's better to just preempt it, deal with it just fine. Gateway into core with the 2nd gas going down on 21. 22-second pylon. Yeah, very standard build order.
Thanks for the Bezos
Probes
box.
are all perfectly doubled up as well. Very nice. All right, Solar's just moving on out towards that third. Probe still being a bit of a dickhead in here. Oh, Maxpax, so annoying. I love it. 2 queens and 4 zerglings are on the way. Now, Maxpax, I think on this map, he's going to... Oh no, he saved his chrono. He's going to chrono adepts again. It's been doing pretty well for him so far. His second pylon was maybe a second late to lay the adept, but as I say that, he changes his mind and does decide to chrono probes. I guess he needs the pylon to finish to chrono the probes. So he is actually... I was going to say from the start, and then I kind of mind gamed myself. This is such a big map. It's not very good for the adept pressure. So just focusing on chronoing probes out, going a second chrono on probes and a third one, or is he going to save this one for the oracle? Let's see. Looks like he's probably going to save that one for the oracle there. So he does still want to chrono his oracles, and he'll have another one in time to chrono the second oracle from his main nexus. So he's still going to have his oracles hitting as hard as they possibly can. But his adepts, you'll notice, didn't chrono the first, didn't chrono the second. He could still build 3 adepts and send 2 adepts across at about 4 minutes or so once Ling Speed's finished. But more likely, he just takes a quick third behind this. Might even leave his oracle at the third initially, just to make sure that goes up. So he goes oracle, then he gets the pylon. And we should see a probe mineral walk out towards that third base in the near future. Are we going to see a third adept? Looks like no third adept just yet. And remember, he's got 50 energy, so he can do another chrono and queue a second oracle. So yeah, he wants to hit double oracle as quickly as possible. Probe and an adept move out to the third. No third adept on the way. Does mean he's a little vulnerable, leaving that adept in the open. I mean, I always talk about how it's a bit greedy doing that. Good catch. Very good catch. Has to send a new probe out. Now, the reason he shift clicks on the minerals is so the probe automatically paths through the adept. Now, he figures, hey, I can't actually defend that. So I'm just going to take the other one to make sure it goes up. And he might even expand all the way towards the gold. Do the Neeb build where you just go for blink aggression. Take the gold base and you just push on this angle really hard. So you're protecting the gold with your push. Oracle comes in. Queens do push it back. There's a drone sitting right there. I would absolutely kill that. But Maxpax apparently is like, oh no, I won't attack it. He might notice it. Solar does notice it. Pulls it back for now. Nothing that shoots up on the map right now for Maxpax. So Solar sees everything. But he's like, when you see everything and they're not respecting that, it means they're putting all their money to harassment and to economy. So they're having an extremely streamlined build. At some point, he'll build a Phoenix or a Stalker and kill the Overlord. But he's waiting till he gets all of his important stuff going. He doesn't want anything delayed before doing that. Now, he's got 3 oracles. There are 6 queens out. 7th one on the way as well. He's going to go for some creep. Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh, this is not good for Maxpax. He's going to lose an oracle. Only gets 2 drones. Oh, no. 3 drones only, loses an oracle. Luckily, he does have a battery up on the third. Solar finally sees this and is like, oh, that's where your third is. Okay. All right, buddy. Going to take his own 4th base on the top right. And you can see much quicker 4th base than Zergs take when they've taken a lot more damage earlier. The oracle's just sitting in the back and have to regen. We've got double forge for Maxpax. Okay, a bit of a change up in the style. I love double upgraded Immortals, funnily enough. Not something you ever really see with a double forge style because you can't afford both of those. But like the dream that I get to in my not as high level games is having Immortals fighting Hydras when I've got 2-2 and they have no upgrades on the Hydras. It's a good feeling, man. You're like, people like Hydras counter Immortals. I'm like, not when you have 2-2 and they're on 0-0, dude. Going up to 6 gates, double upgrades and blink. Oracles are just chilling for now. Going to try a drive by potentially. The queens are nearby though. 4th nexus goes down on the gold. So he's going to do a 1-1 mass blink stalker push. I think he might do nothing but blink stalkers. Since he's got the gold base up, I think that'd be a really good way to do it actually. The Ling, we'll see the adepts going across. It's the problem. These Lings seeing that there's no 4th here means he might realize it's in the bottom left. Solar. Very clever. Solar immediately heads to the bottom left. He's like, what are you doing? And there's no way to defend that. Solar can just click on it. Yeah, the Stalkers are going to be in trouble, man. Wait, he's pulling back? Odd call by Solar. I really feel like Solar could have committed to the natural gateway or the 3rd mineral line with the other Lings and committed to the Nexus and probably done well on both. I think Solar hesitating there may be costing him. Obviously, it was dangerous. There were Stalkers nearby. He was going to lose a lot of Lings, but it's definitely an odd scenario that he finds himself in. He's going Hydra Bane. He's on 73 workers. The gold base scares the crap out of me as a Zerg player. If I let the Protoss keep that, I'm worried. On the other hand, he says, look, just preserve the units, get +2 melee, get Bane speed, get Cruise Mines, let him come to me. I'll surround the crap out of his units, man. I got like 1 billion Zerglings. If these Stalkers come too deep, they could get surrounded. That's 55 Zerglings with +1. Dude, he's only got 1 Oracle here as well. He lost his other Oracles. Oh, man. And this is what I'm talking about. Very scary. The Oracle can't afford to turn its laser on more than 1 time. If it turns its laser on, it can't do it a second time. It needs to recharge that energy. Now, we've got Lings up here checking this top right of the map for proxies, I would imagine. Hydras are on the way, Groove Spines as well. 74 workers, the gold base is working, allowing Maxpax to have a greater income than Solar right now. The Stalkers trying to blink their way back frantically. But that blink, it's off cooldown, man, and oh. Yeah, that's scary, dude. He's got to get out of there. Another Stalker goes down, and that's huge. 13 Stalkers have died. Yeah, he's killed 59 Zerglings, but that's way better for the Zerg than it is for the Protoss. You've got to get the critical mass going. He's trying to go into charge 2-2. But already the Zerglings, look, he's like, oh, there's some Zealots coming. Splits off more Zerglings, gets an easy surround on these. And when you surround the Zealots that easily, they don't trade well. Because remember, even though they're 2-hitting the Zerglings, your Zerglings are tearing them down very quickly with melee and all that surface area. And now he's actually making mass Banes for a run by. That's a little risky. The Zealots are going to find this very good catch for Maxpax. Him finding that is massive. He can kill a few before they're finished, but most importantly, he has warning, so he can defend his natural. Oh, that one Ling in the middle actually distracted it all, but the Zealots, I think, were spread out just enough that it still ends up being a decent trade for Maxpax. Maxpax Stalkers once again get surrounded in the bottom side. Stasis traps being set off by single Zerglings. Oh, no, 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 no! 4 Banelings! Oh my god! Okay, thankfully, Maxpax is watching. The Oracle's back there. He's going to turn on its laser beam and say, leave! But the Banelings actually just outside of Maxpax aggro range. And that means that's going to... Oh, they're going to get in. They're going to get in. Oh, no! You're kidding me. Oh, 8 probes go down. Oh! And the gold mineral line abandoned as well. GG. That's basically game. The Lings and the Queens will eventually be able to get on top of these Zealots. And killing the 4th, killing 14 probes. I can't imagine Maxpax can do anything from here. It just feels like he lost too much momentum too early with the Oracles not achieving anything on this map. Solar's anti-air defense was so good. And from there, he's just like, nope, slow, calm, patient, and just always have enough Zerglings. So the moment you try to push on creep, just have plenty of Zerglings to completely surround and chase down the Stalkers. From there, it's like, okay, cool, you got 2-2 upgrades. I have a bigger economy. I have a 5th base. Your gold is barely functioning. Your 5th base, I mean, I guess the Protoss has 5 bases, but he's down 13 workers, and he's got no tech units. It's all Stalkers up against a way more complex army. Hydra Baneling. Way more advanced than just pure Stalker. Okay, some nice blink back micro. That base will have to get abandoned. There's not many probes on it, at least. That's one thing going in his favor. Oof. That's the Stalkers starting to fall here. Zealots in the top right do get taken down. A few Zealots trying to come in to reinforce right now. Oof. They do take a few Baneling hits to the face, though. Baneling's very good at hitting those clumped up Zealots and doing massive damage. Robo's on the way. Makes me wonder if Maxpax tries to go Disruptor from here as a comeback mechanic. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Robo Bay, second Robo. But he doesn't have gases. He's only got 4 gas, so hard to afford such a thing. And yeah, he just doesn't have anything going for him there. It's an awkward position. Solar's got the map. Solar's massing Hydra Bane, and Maxpax knows he's done. He's got to tap out of that one. Very well played by Solar. Literally kills the probe going for the 3rd, and Maxpax completely switches his game plan and gets rolled. On the road to revenge. Onside Gaming Solar looking really good in that last game. Hydra Bane 2 games in a row. We'll see if that elicits a swap. Maybe Sentry Stalker Colossus from Maxpax would be a great way to play on this map. Force Field's absolutely killer. First, these no Roach Warren styles. If you're opening up Blink anyway, squeeze out 5-6 sentries, maybe 7 or 8 sentries, and Force Field pushes, especially if the Zerg doesn't catch wind that you're doing that early on. It can be an absolute killer. It's one of those things you don't see sentries much because roaches are almost always a part of most Zerg styles, and we have a meta shift like this where the Zergs are going back to Ling Bane into Hydra. A lot of the Protoss players forget that you can, you know, Force Fields are suddenly really good again when there's no Ravages on the field. Hatch first allowed to go down this time around, so Maxpax goes through the gate gas, and he goes for the gate scout. I always feel like, unless you're really worried about a 12 pool, This is not super worth it, this probe. I think it's better to go gas first, Nexus, and then only scout after the Cybercore. And basically, you're just checking that they're not saving a bunch of lava up and flooding Zerglings at you, right? You know, you're getting that early info before the Adept comes across. He could harass the minerals, and he definitely should be doing that. Drone comes to the natural for a moment. I'm not sure if Solar was just checking for a cannon rush or if that was a mistake. Cybercore on the way. Second gas, second pylon. Very standard opening. So on this map, we've seen a lot of that Stalker Storm Turtle play, right? Walling off here, walling off here. That seems to be the favored way, especially the Europeans love it. I don't think you need double forge for it. I prefer the way he did it on Moondance with single forge. Get more High Templar, more Storm up earlier. But who knows? He might have faith in it. I know Maxpax was one of the first kind of guys who was experimenting with the very early double forge. Solar, on the other hand, I'd love to see him rush Lurkers. He's gone Hydra Bane 2 games in a row, and he already showed in an earlier series versus Geralt, hey, game 1 Hydra Bane, game 2 Lurkers, and it was on this exact same map where the players are so turtly, they're sitting behind their walls, and you suddenly being the guy with the longer range army saying, hey, 10 range Lurkers, bam, and hitting a sharp timing can absolutely smash them. Adept shading on forwards. All right, does cancel it just in time. I'm looking for signs of what's happening, but with Solo, I think what's most interesting is, does he build a pack of Lings? Or does he try to be sneaky with his Lings? Because if he can delay the third, I think that's the best thing you can do to mess up these Protoss builds, man. Stargate's there. Little slow on the Oracle because he squeezes a Stalker out this time. So he wants to get rid of the Overlord, limit Solar's vision. He's like, okay, let's not let him see the whole map. I don't know why the Stalker doesn't chase. He could have got a lot more damage done there. Now, if he flies his Oracle over to spot that cliff, he's not going to be able to kill it very easily. I guess this doesn't have great vision from there. Doesn't see too much, so fair enough. Oh, Maxpax is going to take the top Nexus. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, okay. Adept there, probe there. I mean, the Zerglings will come in and look for the probe, but the probe should be back to safety. Perfect Adept positioning as well there. It's just deep enough on the pylon that it shouldn't be too exposed by the natural kind of curve of the Nexus that gives extra Zergling surface area. So I think it's pretty good positioning. Second Oracle is on the way. Third and fourth gas, very tech-heavy opening, the way these Euros love to do that. Very rarely see them go 3 gas anymore these days. Queens are coming on forwards. That last game, I guess he did go 3 gas, didn't he? His fourth gas very delayed, his Robo very delayed, but double gas, more of a sign of potentially either double forge or just a bit more tech coming out. Second Gateway's on the way as well. 3 Oracles, not going to be the case this time. Twilight and single forge, and the double Oracle looking for the dive. Normally you want to work down south here on this ledge, and then you can pick that mineral line or the one on the left. He gets 1, he gets 2, 3. Can he get 4? Yes, he can. That was a little bit better for Maxpax there. 4 drones, no Spore Crawlers on those bases, only 1 on the natural. Wouldn't mind him rotating around and diving here just to see if he can get 3 or 4 drones and pull out. And Lings in the top left, Oracles, will see them come in. So Ling Scout's just trying to see exactly what's up. Robo's already on the way. Remember I talked about Colossus Stalker Sentry being a really good option against the guy who's gone Hydra Bane. We also talked about how Solar going up to Lurkers would be a very good play. And if he can get to them, that would be a great way to play against the Colossus. Templar Archives. Oh, it's charge! Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's going to do the quick +1. Get out a Warp Prism. Now, you can hit this as like a giant all-in, but wait. Massling Bane. Solar's chucking a Dark! Guys, he's taking a leaf out of Dark's book. He's doing this super random 50 drone Massling Bane attack. He's going to morph a shitload of Banes over here, yeah? Or is he just... Wait, why is he just running in now? Oh no, he's morphing the Banes right there. Okay, these Lightlings run forward. They see the Oracles. They run back. He's like, I'm totally not just flooding you with Lings. Seeing those Lings has got to make you cautious. Yeah, Maxpax is like, what are you doing? Dude, his natural's going to get burst open, and he's going to... Yeah, he's dead. That wall-off is really weak. Having a pylon in the wall, always a bad idea. And Maxpax, he's going to run these probes to the main right now. He's got about 2 seconds to get out of there. Too late. Banelings with the big juicies. Gets only 6 so far, but there we go. Still got a bunch of Banelings alive. The probe's a little bit too slow to run. Oh, no. Maxpax clicks on the gas. They all stack up. Lings are on the third as well. And that's going to be a GG. The Dark maneuver is such a lovely one, man. And just hiding the Lings, hiding the Lings, hiding the Lings. There's a reason why Dark figured out that this build works so well. It's because you never expect to get hit by Ling Bane at this timing. The Protoss has all the tools they need to defend, but they don't have the information. All right, going into game 4. He's on his last life. Man, I would have loved to see how that Zealot build came out. He was going to get quick +1 to make them very efficient versus Zerglings. No doubt would have worked his way up to Archons very quickly, but Solar just punished him, man. And now we're on Waterfall, a map with some wide open areas, a short rush distance, a map where Zerg players regularly smash face. It's a good map for Adepts to come across, though. I think if there's a map where Maxpax is going to go Twilights, this is going to be it. I apologize, by the way, for the constant gaps in the commentary today. I've been, I ate a lot of chocolate cake last night because I'm a fatty, in spirit, if not in body too much. They're definitely working on those love handles right now, and I'm burping constantly today. It's the worst. So it's like, mute mic burp. It's like, yeah, this is what happens when you eat crap food. Anyways, nice probe harass coming in. So yeah, one thing you can tell is if he doesn't pull a probe off minerals, then we know he's going to play Twilight, most probably, and it looks like that's the case. So yeah, Twilight on this map, most probably Glaive Adept. We saw him earlier today play Glaive Adept versus Dark, actually. Maxpax beat Dark previously in the previous round, didn't he? So he went Glaive Adepts into Speed Prism Disruptor Drop, and then went Blinkstalkers after that, and Blinkstalker Colossus. Really cool style. I'd love to see it again. Nexus goes down after Cybercore, and also he doesn't wall off. Now that's really weird, right? The no wall off? Is he hoping Solar overreacts or something? But Solar just flies in and is like, huh? I mean, he's probably going to Chrono 2 Adepts. Usually that's what the core first is for. Just get straight across that map. But the gateway on the natural allows you to rally a bit quicker. Maxpax might be tired, and he might have just pulled his probe too late, so he just decided to wall off in the main. He's going to go Adept, Warp Gate, and I mean, he knows it's hatch first, so link speed won't be done until 3 minutes 30. So he doesn't need the wall off until then. Does he hide the Twilight in the main, or does he build it on the natural as part of the wall and just give the info away? You know what? By building it up here, he hides the Warp Gate. The Overlord doesn't get to see that he's making a Warp Gate. Oh, okay. So the whole point of this build is if he hides the Cybercore in the main, normally the Overlord can sit there and see, oh, you're making Warp Gate, therefore you're not playing Stargate. Link Flood. Baneling Bust. Uh-oh. It's a Baneling Bust, guys. He doesn't have a wall off and he's getting Baneling Busted. I mean, this is a very good way to play it. The thing is, can Solar hide what he's doing? Already 4 Lings and 2 Lava. Maxpax should know what that means. He should know that he is being all-in right now. He's getting completely all-in. This is a fake third hatchery. Solar might even cancel that to get more money. Maxpax, did he notice? I don't think he noticed. Oh, look at that. Solar pulls off gas to fake it, and then puts back on gas. You tricky boy, Solar. But there's a few too many Lings out. More Lings running in as well. He's got to wall off right now. Wall off, wall off, wall off. No, full wall. No, full wall, dude. That's not good enough. Oh, no. Okay, full walls, but he should have done it just a full wall off with the structures. Probes dying in the main base. Oh, man, I think he's dead. Twilight doesn't help you here. You've got extra gateways and Warp Gate coming in. But the Banelings are just going to blow that pylon up. And that's the problem. If he put a gateway in the wall, he might be okay. But without that, oh no. And he cancels the pylon in the wall. What a disaster. Oh my god. Maxpax, he's got to build a battery on the main, battery in the natural as well. There's a probe there. Oh my lord. He tries to focus the Baneling down, but the Stalker and the Adept are already surrounded. And he's going to try to warp in a few more Adepts in the wall off. You see, he tries to warp the Stalker in, but Solar just getting vicious and punishing. He's like, oh, you want to hide some shit? You want to do some fancy stuff? I don't know what your fancy thing is, but if your opponent's doing something weird, just go effing kill them. Day 9 said it best way back in the day, doing his Day 9 daily. And I think Solar took exactly that advice in that game. This is both very fancy and you're skipping a wall. Let's see you stop one of the simplest all-ins in the game. I love the way he pulled off gas, then put back on gas. If Maxpax full walled with this Twilight, that would have been a much better situation. But it is what it is, guys. GG. Well played. How many hit points does a Twilight have? Same as a gateway. So yeah, if he full walled with the Twilight and then just killed one of his gateways later to get out, that would have been far better. Felt like Maxpax didn't completely realize what situation he was in. If he'd realized then, yeah, I mean, he should have known. He's like, why are there so many lings? Why was there the lava there? The hatchery did get cancelled, by the way. Just an excellent build. The lings running in as well, causing such a ruckus, man. Very well played by Solo. Good all in, man. He gets the 3-1 easy finish.